Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are getting into something super practical: how to actually cancel your Microsoft 365 subscription. Whether it's for your personal stuff or for your whole business, don't worry, we're going to walk through every single step together. So, does this sound familiar? Maybe you've looked at that monthly or annual charge for Word, Excel, all that cloud storage, and you've just kind of thought, am I still getting my money's worth here? If that's you, trust me, you are not the only one. Okay, here's the game plan for this explainer. We'll start with the two different ways to end your subscription. Then we'll get into the details for personal plans and then for business plans. After that, and this is super important, we'll talk about what happens to all your data. And finally, we'll look at what you can do next. All right, let's just jump right in. The very first thing you need to know is that canceling isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. The steps you take are actually pretty different depending on if you've got a personal plan or a business one. And yeah, this really breaks it down. As you can see, canceling a personal plan, it's pretty much a straight shot. But a business plan, well, that's more of a winding road. You're going to need special admin access, and you've got to do a little prep work first. We'll cover both, don't worry, starting with the easy one. Okay, let's get into the personal plan first. If this is the one you have, I've got good news for you. The whole process is designed to be as simple and painless as possible. Let's see how it works. It really is just these three steps. First, you're going to go to Microsoft's subscriptions page and get signed in. Once you're there, look for your subscription under the Manage section. Then you just click Cancel Subscription, and the system pretty much walks you through the rest. Easy peasy. Now here is a fantastic pro tip you need to know. If you get in there and you can't find that Cancel Subscription button, don't panic. Just look for an option that says Turn off recurring billing. It does the exact same thing. Your subscription will just run out at the end of the current period instead of charging you again. All right, time to switch gears and talk about the business plan. Now, this process is definitely a bit more involved, but it is completely manageable. You just have to follow the steps. The real key here is all about preparation. And this checklist, this is your absolute first move. Seriously, before you click a single thing, you have to make sure you have the right admin rights. You also need to look for something called a billing profile and pay attention to how many licenses you have. And, little pro tip, start this whole thing a few days before your renewal date, just to avoid any last-minute headaches. Once you've got all your ducks in a row, these are the steps you'll follow in the admin center. But look at that last point. Really look at it, because it is so, so important. You have to talk to your team. Before you cancel, every single person needs a heads up to save their files and back up their data. So, you did it. The subscription is officially canceled. But hold on, the journey isn't quite over yet. Now we have to talk about the really crucial part. What's going to happen to all of your company's data? And what about the apps that your team uses every single day? The second you cancel, your account enters what Microsoft calls a disabled state. Now, this isn't deletion, not yet. Think of it more like a grace period, or like your data's in limbo. Admins can still get in and grab everything, but your regular users are going to find their access is seriously limited. And this right here is the most important number in this entire process, 90. You have a 90-day window from the moment you cancel for your admins to get in there and back up everything. After those 90 days are up, that data starts to vanish for good. This timeline really lays it all out. Day one, boom, you enter that disabled state. For the next 90 days, your admins are on the clock saving all that company data. But after day 90, Microsoft starts the permanent deletion process. And by day 180, it's all gone. Forever. So, what does this actually feel like for your team day to day? Well, right away, their access to OneDrive for Business is cut off. Apps like Word and Excel will still open files, but they'll be in what's called reduced functionality mode. Basically, you can view things, but you can't edit or create anything new. And yeah, they're going to start seeing those annoying unlicensed product pop-ups. Okay, we've gone through the how-to and the what happens next. So now, let's look ahead. You've canceled the subscription, so what does the next chapter of your productivity story look like? If cost was the main reason you clicked cancel, just remember, ending this one subscription doesn't mean you don't need these kinds of tools anymore. It's really just a chance to find a new solution that's a better fit for you, for your budget, and for what you actually need to do. And the great news is you have options. First, it's always worth checking if you can get Microsoft 365 for free some other way, maybe through school or something. If not, there are tons of amazing, totally free Office software suites out there just waiting for you to try them out. And that really brings us to our final thought for today. Canceling a service like this, it's not really an ending, is it? It's a step toward finding something new that works better for you. So the question we want to leave you with is this. Now that you've made a change, what's going to be the right tool to help bring your next big idea to life?